We have Shabbos, everyone, Parshas Ki Tisa, and the Shabbos after Purim Katan. Just listen to a beautiful sikh of the Rebbe about the kior, which was the faucet in the Mishkan and the Beis Hamikdash that was made out of, not out of gold or silver, which is more of an expensive metal, but out of copper. And it says that, it's brought down in Rashi, that the women donated, those days they used as mirrors, they would take pieces of copper and shine them to the extent that the copper actually worked as a mirror, and they used them to beautify themselves and to make themselves attractive to their husbands during the exile. And when they brought it to Moshe Rabbeinu, he wasn't sure if he should accept it or not. And Hashem said, on the contrary, through these mirrors and through the Shalom Bayis that it created, we have today the Tzivos Hashem, the army of Hashem that left Mitzrayim and is going into Eretz Yisrael, or towards Eretz Yisrael. And the Rebbe teaches us an amazing thing. He says that, what is the idea of the kior? We know that in the Beis Hamikdash everything had a function, and we know that we have within ourselves, we are ourselves a Beis Hamikdash. Like it says, Asili Mikdash v'shachanti b'socham, I rest amongst you. Within us, each one of us have our own tabernacle in Beis Hamikdash. And what is the function of a Beis Hamikdash in the Mishkan? Is that we take things from the world, gold, silver, all the 13 to 15 articles that were used in the Beis Hamikdash, and we turn them into a Makom Kodesh, into a holy place, to a sanctuary for Hashem. But in order to do that, we have to go out into the world. And we have our feet that take us from our Makom Kodesh, our holy place, out to the world. And we have our hands that are a higher level, that interact and bring things from the mundane world into our space, into a holy space, and take stuff from our own space and bring it out to the world, to bring holiness out to the world. Like it's the famous Gemara, it says about Shabbos, that the ani, the poor person, stands outside, and the balabas stands inside. And if the ani, if the poor person sticks his hand into the door, or the giving person, the balabas, sticks his hand outside the door and gives to the poor person, and it's brought down that that's an example of the Jewish people and Kadosh Baruch Hu. We stand there like an ani, Pesach Habayis outside the door, and Hashem, either we stick our hand in to take Kedusha, or Hashem sticks the Kedusha out and gives it for us to take into this world. But the problem is that when we go out to the world and we engage in the world, it's impossible that we don't get either dust or even mud on our feet and our hands. And therefore, to go into the sanctuary, you had to wash your hands and your feet. And you had to wash your hands and your feet with water. What's water? The Rambam brings down the water is the das HaTorah, the clean das of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the wisdom. It's also referring to the Pnimis HaTorah Chassidus, that when we wash ourselves with the internals of Torah and the das of Torah, we connect ourselves, we wash off the mundane, and we let our nefesh elikis, our godly soul, shine. But here the Rebbe says an amazing chiddush. Two things. The one is that who made the kior, who brought the raw materials for the kior, were the women. And also they didn't necessarily bring the most expensive, they didn't bring gold or silver. And this we see that in order to create a place of purity, it doesn't have to be the most expensive, the strongest. As long as you have an adiv lev, as long as you have the passion to give to Hashem, even something that seems mundane, small, could be huge in sanctifying the Beis Hamikdash and to clean a person. And also, the main thing the Rebbe says is that we can learn that the women, sometimes we feel that the men are out in the world, or the men have less of a intuition of what's right and what's wrong. And we need the power of the woman, who is able to look at the mirrors, and through that she creates the army of Hashem, Tzivos Hashem, that we're able to march out of Mitzrayim. The very fact that the army existed shows of the sincerity and the pureness of the woman. And that's a tremendous thing, like it says that that we're going to leave Egypt like we left, we're going to leave Golus like we left Egypt, also through the Nashim Tzidkanias, the righteous women. So this is a shout out to the women, the kior, and the family purity. And the Rebbe says even something that Moshe Rabbeinu looked at and said, it looks maybe something for beauty, but that beauty created Tzivos Hashem. Good Shabbos, everyone. Chazak, chazak, v'nis chazek. It's an amazing word. Take care.